Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Friday. It's one day closer to the second preseason game. Packers taking on the Jets in Lambeau Field tomorrow afternoon. As I say in the title here, I wouldn't expect a lot of starters. I'd expect a lot of guys in street clothes again. Maybe not upwards of 30, but I do think a lot of the frontline guys will be sat down once again. The work they wanted to get done was done in the joint practice sessions with the Jets on Wednesday and Thursday. So that's what I expect tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see who can grab the brass ring from the bottom of the roster. Lots of intriguing matchups and prospects. You know where you can find intriguing matchups and prospects? That's right, on Underdog Fantasy. It's the best and easiest place to play fantasy football for big cash prizes. On Underdog Fantasy, you just draft. No need to worry about waivers, lineups, or injuries. Underdog handles it all for you. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app. Draft a season-long best ball team, and that's it. No in-season management. You get a free $25 in bonus cash, and you use the code Cheesehead. You make your first deposit, and they'll give you a shot at $1 million grand prize in their fantasy football tournament. But I know some of you are just not about that fantasy life, and that's understandable. You want real tactile things that you can put your hands on. What you got to do is you got to go to PackersYearbook.com and order yourself the 2021 official yearbook of the Green Bay Packers. That's at PackersYearbook.com. Use code CHTV to get 10% off. And while you're swinging yourself around the internet, head over to VINFL.com and get yourself this sweet Acme Packers hoodie. Use code CheeseheadTV for 15% off. How's everybody in the comments today? I saw some Yosh slander that will not be tolerated here at Packers Daily, ladies and gentlemen. But Yash has got an upwards climb to make the roster. There's no question about that. Matt Ramage is here. He is your fantasy guru, people. Get at him with your fantasy question. I'd love to see that conversation. What's up, Dustin? Thanks for the super chat. Oh, why you got to get in a super chat to denigrate one of our sponsors and partners? We love Ticket King. We loved working with Ticket King. We love Underdog. We're nothing but love here, man. Why you got to bring me down? That ain't nice. That ain't nice. JPO, thanks for the super chat. Was going to get a Jair throwback after he signs his extension, but how could I forget about my favorite Packer, custom Bobby Dillon 44 incoming? Oh, that's pretty dope, dude. That's a great idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Nicholas, thanks for the super chat. If you were in Devontae's position, would you take a Julio Jones extension now or put your body on the line one more year for more money? I mean, good Lord, I'd take the money as soon as possible. Nothing's guaranteed. One play and it's all over. So that's me. That's what I would do. I have no idea what Devontae will do, although I still suspect they'll get it done. If not by week 1 and sometime early in the year, but we'll see. When is the Green Bay Things to Do video dropping? I downloaded the footage, so we're a step closer. We'll get there, hopefully, next week. We'll see. Matt, that's a lie. You put it out there, buddy. I'm just giving you your props. Oh, fantasy king, you. Oh, special teams will be more special this week. Sly, we can only hope. We can only dream. We'll see. I mean, that's part of the problem, right? Is like when you sit all those guys, then you've got a ton of guys playing from scrimmage, but then you got to field the 11 for special teams, and sometimes there's miscommunications. Sometimes it's guys in positions that maybe they haven't practiced at, etc. So I suspect it'll still be a little bit of a fire drill, but we'll see. Who is Bronson Kafusi? He's a tight end for the Green Bay Packers. He has actually got a really cool Instagram account. You should check it out. Can we change Last Dance to Last Polka? More Green Bay, less Chicago? No. It's the Last Dance, people. Get on board. Is Love playing this game? I know he isn't starting. No, I'd be shocked if he plays. And I just wanted to point something out. We all know that Adam Schefter dropped that bomb on the Green Bay Packers the day of the draft, right? And so now fast forward to yesterday when Matt LaFleur is asked about the possibility of Love playing on Saturday against the Jets. Earlier in the week, when Schefter reported that the MRI was all clear, it was unlikely that Jordan Love was going to miss time. Matt LaFleur yesterday at the podium said it was unlikely that Love was going to play. I don't think that's an accident. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. The points. I've connected them. My name's Paul. This shit's between y'all. Chase, good morning. How are you? Aaron, will you come home to party with the Lombardi? Oh, Matt, if the Packers win the Super Bowl this year, that you cannot contain the size of the party that is going to be happening, both in Green Bay and Appleton, with one Mr. Aaron Nagler. Correct. Because I remember when they won it in 2010, obviously it was awesome and I was really excited and I had a ball here in New York, but I just remember watching like the huge event they had in Lambeau and McCarthy's like parading the Lombardi around, and I know it was freezing, but I wanted to be there so bad, and I swore to God, if and when that happened again, I will be there 100%. Caleb, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Let's sign BJ Raji. I love this idea. Let's get him out of retirement. Let's do it. Accidental Hero, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Bankston and Devine wore that hat, a memory seared with the trauma of those seasons. All's fine with Devine was the bumper sticker. Yep, but Lombardi wore it too. Come on, man. Why's everybody got to bring me down today? Dak Crispy Boy, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Those new throwbacks are extra crispy, boy. Also, Nags, you're a real high character guy. Please shepherd us through this year of reckoning. Go Pack, go. No, okay, I'll just say this. I thank you for that. It's very nice of you. Nobody knows anybody on the internet. Just remember that. I could be the worst dude on the face of the planet. I could have 12 bodies in the basement. You don't know. But I appreciate the comment. I really do. Very nice of you. Big B is here. What's up, Big B? How you doing? Thinking about getting a Bobby Dillon throwback jersey custom made. Someone was just talking about that, Big B. Bobby Dillon in the air, in the firmament, if you will. Get on it, dude. That's awesome. Who's one guy you'll be watching closely tomorrow? I'll see if Gaines can continue his strong camp. Also, I was thinking Pavilion, who the undrafted kid from last year, he was an undrafted guy who looked good in camp and then got hurt. He's had a good camp, and I thought he had a good preseason game as a defensive tackle. I'm interested to see how much he plays. I suspect he'll get a lot of playing time again, another long look. I'm interested to see how he plays. Seven, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Going to Lambeau for the first time during the 50s jersey game against Washington football team. So I ordered the wife and I Adams and Alexander jerseys. They look so good. They do look so good. That's awesome you're going to that game, dude. Enjoy. Are there any pressers today? Nope. No pressers day before the game. Uncultured, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Packers don't get enough credit for building their O-line. Look at the cluster that the Vikings have by comparison. Pappies. The Vikings and the Bears. I mean, the both of those teams have had just the worst luck and or attempts at building offensive lines, and all the Packers do is grow theirs. People talk about Brian Gutekunst, this terrible general manager, and all they do is grow really good offensive lines. And obviously that's passed down from Ted, and they have a system, and that's the way they do it, but it's successful. Yes, 1,000%. They do not get enough credit. Let's see. Justin, thanks for the super chat. So it's all Benkert and Dolagala on Saturday. I suspect it'll be all Benkert, actually. I think he'll play the whole game. That would be my guess. Nuclear Family, thanks for the super chat. Is Mike McCarthy on Hard Knocks what you expected? If Hard Knocks featured the Packers, which personalities do you think they would follow? I talked about Mike yesterday. I think somebody asked about McCarthy on, or maybe that was in the, that was in the happy hour. Yeah, it's been pretty spot on from what the kind of person Mike was when he was in Green Bay. I always say, I've said it 100 times publicly, when you get Mike one-on-one, just chatting like a dude, he is the funniest motherfucker you will ever talk to. He's a really good guy. But, when the cameras are on, when he knows the cameras are on, or he's at the podium, he's a lot more buttoned up. And I think they've caught him a couple of times loosening up a little, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, yeah, it's the public persona version of Mike that we got used to in Green Bay. If Hard Knocks features the Packers, I think they'd clearly make a narrative thread out of, they try to do Rodgers, but I'm sure he wouldn't let them, out of Aaron Jones And on the flip side, I think Jair would be fascinating. No question about it. I actually remember when Packers couldn't buy an O-line. I recall begging for a decent O-line when I was younger. Oh, those days, long ago. Bring back Callahan, Brian. Wow, that's a way back machine right there. The Packers are pretty much better at every position from when Goody took over after the 2017 season, but people still want him fired. Well, that's the power of the quarterback, man. People be sheep. Do you see Packers bringing in Akins, veteran help next to Clark? No, John, I don't. I think they're undoubtedly always going to be watching the waiver wire. They may be exploring a trade here or there, but that's going to be probably at a lower level guy. Bring in somebody like Josh Akers from Seattle. That's the kind of move they'll make. I would be very surprised if they went and got any old veteran, off the free agent scrap heap. Whoa, where'd it go? Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Will Prime be Alexander more Woodson or more Revis? Will Prime be Alexander? I think will Prime Alexander be more Woodson or Revis? He'll be Jair Alexander. I think some of it is how he's used. If I had to compare, I'd probably lean more towards Woodson than Revis. Next, my third grade ESL students always wonder why I put on earbuds every day at the start of class. Can you explain to little ones why Packers fans do what we do? Kids, your teacher is a fraud. He doesn't care about you. He's here to talk some Packers. No, I'm kidding. That is hilarious, though. How long? Well, Jovan is yelling in the chat. How long before Stokes overtakes King for corner 2? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? A bit. It's not going to happen right away. I wanted to see more love. We all wanted to see more love, Tony. We all have this empty spot in our life. We need it. We crave it. We crave love. It's not something that's just humanity, right? It's to be human is to want to be loved, to find love, to see love. So I get it, man. I'm right there with you. Remember the day when the Bengals' Antoine Odom had 5 sacks? Yes, that was an unhappy day. He will be Revis because no one will want to throw at him. I mean, the effect could be Revis-like. There's no doubt about it. I suspect, though, that they're going to move him a bit more than Revis because Revis was almost always exclusively on the perimeter. And I think we've seen first, early stages of the defensive install, they will not hesitate to kick him inside in certain packages if the top wide receiver gets put in the slot. But we'll see. Long way to go. Hit the like button, people. Brandy, you are too kind. Couldn't agree more. Hit the like button, people. Do it. I need me some transplants. Tommy, it's coming. It's coming. I just was talking to our graphics guy at LiveX about what we needed asset-wise. So a couple weeks. We'll be back. Saw someone on Twitter spout off that Benkert will outplay Love tomorrow and threw a wrench in plans. Some people's kids. Oh, that's adorable. There's no... Kurt Benkert could throw for 800 yards, 7 touchdowns, and cure cancer tomorrow night. And Jordan Love will still be quarterback number 2. Aunt Gert season now we're talking. I wish we could have a Corey cameo on Packers Daily. We had one when I was in Green Bay. Very, 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 very briefly. And actually it was more Tito the cat, but he was there. We need some Packers content in Spanish. I will spare you the 3 phrases I know, but I'll get right on that. Who's better, Jordan Love or Zach Wilson? Man, who knows? At this point, they're both so young. I love Zach's arm. I love he can put it literally anywhere, and he's got a cannon. I think Jordan's probably a little bit more athletic, and I think this offense probably suits him a little bit better. But that's a big part of it, right? Is where you land, your landing spot, what your situation is, who your teammates are, what your coaching staff wants and asks of you, what the scheme is. That's all that all plays into it. So this idea, and people always want to say who's better, like A or B, or is the ranking top 5, whatever. That's why I always duck out of those conversations because it doesn't even come close to capturing the context. It never will. And that's why 90% of draft content is complete excrement. You can talk about skill sets and you can talk about projection because that's what the job is. You talk about comparisons. Well, but who are they playing with? What are they being asked to do? And those things. Because that's ultimately how people end up judging these guys, right? What's their production? What are their numbers? That's what everyone gloms onto. But everyone dismisses the fact that, well, okay, but what would that production have been in a different system with different teammates, with different coaches? So how can you say one's better than the other? You know what I mean? They do different things. There's no question about it. But Wilson wins, Nagler. I jest. Well played, Bubbatron. Well done. During joint practices, are teams separated when not on the field, or are there joint activities off the field too? You mean after practice? Because during practice, they do some drill work separately, and then they do drill work together, and then they do team stuff. If you're talking like, do they go out on the town together or anything? Are they meeting together? No, that's all separate. What did you think about the praise and comparisons that Adams drew up about Stokes? High praise indeed, right? Especially from a guy who absolutely torched the kid the first weeks of camp. Yeah, that's encouraging, right? No question about it. I loved his point about Shields because it's so spot on. I saw that a couple of times on the practice field. He can get beat, but he can make that up real quick. That is definitely an asset if you're a corner in the NFL. Fred, thanks for the super chat. Am I forgetting, or did McCarthy never have joint practices? Seems like a thing with LaFleur. Yeah, LaFleur loves them. Mike did it a long time ago. He had Buffalo in town. Actually, no, that was Sherman. Sorry. Yeah, no, McCarthy never did. They talked about it, but I don't think Ted was ever a fan of the idea. But yes, LaFleur absolutely loves it. What did Adam say? I missed it. Oh, he just compared Stokes to Sam Shields and Jair Alexander. Go to PackersNews.com. It's a lead story, I think. Who is wide receiver 2? This sounds suspiciously like a fantasy football question. And it's the same answer I've been given all offseason. It depends on who they're facing off against. It depends on what the scheme is. It depends on the matchups. There are going to be days when, they're going to feed Allen Lazard because teams are rolling coverage to Adams. We saw that happen a few times last year. There are going to be days when it's MVS. It really depends. I think those are the two guys that will probably get the most looks, but it could be Amari Rodgers on certain days. It could be Randall Cobb on certain days. Traditional, if you want to talk Madden, like let's say you come out with a 2 wide receiver set, more often than not, it's going to be Adams and Lazard. But again, that will change depending on opponent. How's Lazard been looking, Jake? He's looked solid. He's looked like Allen Lazard. I think MVS has had probably the best camp out of any of the wide receivers, but yeah, Lazard's been absolutely solid. There was a play, was it last week, where Rodgers, the protection broke down. He rolls to his right, and he's got a connection with Allen. That's just so impressive. Lazard did a great job of working open in the back corner of the end zone. Rodgers throws like a 50-yard dime for a touchdown, and that's on clearly what was a broken play. It's just they just have it, that thing that Rodgers, they can have a look, and all of a sudden they know exactly what's going to go on. That's invaluable, and that's the kind of stuff that you can't, when you're talking about wide receiver 2. Well, I think both MVS and Lazard have that kind of thing. We know Cobb has it. Aaron and Cobb are on the same page always. But that's the kind of thing when people are talking about, oh, they got to bring in a wide receiver or whatever. It's like that doesn't just happen. You've got to build that trust and chemistry with Aaron. And Lazard's done a great job of that. Chris, thanks for the super chat. I feel like Foreigner, I want to know what love is. We do. We all do. We all feel it. We all feel a need. We all feel a yearning to know what love is. That's a classic tune, by the way. Classic tune. Very happy to hear the progress of MVS. Need consistency from him, limit drops, and be a guy 12 trusts. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, think about it last year. If he just holds on to the 3 drops on 3rd down early in the year, the whole narrative around his season is different. Because right now he ended on a really good note. probably had the best game of anybody on offense in the NFC Championship game. Had a strong, last month of the season. But all anyone talks about are the drops because they came in big spots on third down. Those are drive killers. Those are game killers, And if you just eliminates 3 of those, and plus the production, because 2 of those were humongous, would have been humongous gains. Sky's the limit for MVS, I'm telling you. I think it's more urgent by Foreigner. Danny, nice. Well done. I like it. Also the fumble against the Colts. Yeah, but, they're not in overtime without him. That's just a fact. The wide receiver could lead in different stats. One has more catches. One has more yards. One could have more TDs. Absolutely, Levi. 1,000%. Robbie, thanks for the super chat. Happy Friday. Look at that. That's a perfect place to leave her. Thanks, Robbie. Thanks for ushering us into the weekend. Packers playing the Jets tomorrow. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on this video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We're devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.